So if we start down on the floor, I'm going to get you to lie down first. Oh, sorry. So welcome to Wednesday's free fitness yoga class. Make sure that you're not feeling ill. You haven't had any problems with high blood pressure, diabetes, joint problems. Today we're doing headstands and inversions. So if you've had nosebleeds or you've had severe headaches or anything like that, then you may not want to do the headstand. You may prefer just to put your legs up in the air, but I will give you the alternatives when we're coming to it. So we're going to start down on the floor. You can turn your palms up and have your body in corpse position. If that feels too much on your lower back, you can bend the knees and bring the knees together. So it's up to you, whichever you prefer. If you want to, you can place your hands on your chest and your belly so that you can listen to the breathing. And the breath out, feeling it fall. Breathing in through the nose. And out through the nose. As you're breathing in, feel all the nice fresh air coming into the body, in through the lungs. You hold it just for a second before you breathe out, so that you can get that diffusion to happen. And then you can breathe out, blowing out all the rubbish, not just from the body but also from the mind, anything that's annoyed you through the day. Breathing in the end of the day, relaxation. For an hour you can't do anything, just think of you. Hold that air in, pulling the pelvic floor if you want, so that you're locking all that good air into the body, and let everything relax and breathe out. Any stresses in the body, anything that you feel you're holding, let it go. Do one more breath in and one more breath out. And then from here, we can stay with our hands on our chest if we want. We're going to pull in our pelvic floor, pull in our abdominal muscles, and we're going to work on our neck. So we're going to breathe in just to the top of our lungs. We're breathing out, so we're tucking our chin right down into our chest, but keeping our head on the floor. We're holding it for 3 breaths, but we're breathing into that upper chest. Is it easiest to breathe into the back or the chest? And then bring it back to centre. So we're going to take our chin up in the air, sticking our jaw, our chin up. And again we're breathing into the upper part of the lungs. Where does it feel easier to breathe? And then bring the chin back down. So keeping the head on the floor, we're going to slide the ear towards the shoulder. Have the nose pointed up in the air, tucking the chin in. Again, pull the abdominals in, pull the lower of the pelvic floor in. And bring the head back to centre. And let's take it to the other side. So chin up, pull it, sorry, not chin up. Nose up to the ceiling, chin pulled in. And then bringing it back to centre. So we're going to turn and look over the shoulder, so the ears going towards the floor. Again, pulling everything in, breathing into the top part of the lungs. Thinking about where the breath's easier. Is it equal on both sides of the lungs? Front, back. And then back to centre and taking it over the other side. Bringing the head back to centre. So we're going to bend the knees if they're not already bent. And we're going to bring the knees, the feet together, take the hands out in line with the shoulder, place the palms flat down, tuck the chin in. As you breathe out, take the legs over towards your right, look over towards your left with the head. It doesn't matter if the legs don't touch the floor, as long as they stay together. We're holding it here for 3 breaths again. And then we're going to bring it back to centre and bring the head back to centre. We're breathing out and we're taking the legs towards the other side, turning the head to look down our right towards our right hand. Keeping both shoulders flat on the floor. Again, where's it easier or hard to breathe? Is there an equal breath in both sides of the lung? Let's bring it back to centre and do one more on each side. So head comes back as well. Breathe out. Take the legs over. Don't let them come apart. Keep them together. Squeeze them if you have to. And bring it back, and let's change sides last time. and bring them back to centre. So we're going to go into a wind release. Now with this, you're going to pull it up and lift your head at the same time. So you're lifting your feet off the floor and grabbing your hands, putting your hands behind the back of your knees. Now as you breathe out, you're going to pull your knees in towards your chest and lift your head up between your legs. So you're going and then we're going to bring ourselves up onto our bum. Go over onto your hands and knees and we'll go into cat and cow with extension. So we're going to do 4 cats and cow, 2 up, 2 down. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, 4 times. And then we'll go into extension twice on each side. Remember to use your breathing. I'm not going to talk. I want you to really focus on what's happening with your spine. We know what we're doing here. The only thing I will say is make sure that the front of the arms is facing forward, not inwards. So use them shoulders, make sure they're facing out. So when we're ready, off we go. This is my 4th one. For the next one I'm going into extension. And then we're bringing it back down. So we're going to go into thread and needle with a stretch. We're taking our hand, palm facing up, taking it under as we breathe out. As we breathe in, we're lifting it up, reaching back. Breathing out. Breathing in. 2 more. And our last one. And bringing it back down. Let's try the other side. So breathing out, reaching under. Breathing in, reaching back. Two more. And the last one. And bring it back down. So let's go into footsie. Now make sure that you're not going to kick anything if you're doing this one. Do it slowly, okay? So we're taking out our foot. Move up here a little. Taking out our foot, bringing it across the body to the other side. We're going to then turn and look down towards that foot so that we feel the stretch through the side, through the ribs. We're then going to bring it over and bring it round to the other side, trying to place it flat down. So you're pushing down through the outside edge of the foot, and then you're reaching down again towards them toes. So you'll feel the stretch through the side. So we're going to do that again. We're going to bring it round, over the side, reach down. Lift it up, bring it round, reach the head down towards it. Let's do 2 more. Taking it round, reach down. We're working the sides of the legs. You'll feel it through the thighs as well. And last one on this side. And bring it back under. So let's try the other side. I'm going to turn around, otherwise I'll kick the door. So, here we go. We're taking that foot out. We're taking it across the other side of the body. Reach as if we're going to give that toe a kiss. And bring it round. Using the thighs, reaching down, feeling the outside of the leg. Bringing it back round, reaching down. The same time we're doing this, you'll feel the spine kind of move it in different directions as well. 2 more. Last one. And bring it back underneath. So we're coming up onto our knees. We're going to take our foot out so the toes are pointing forward, but then you're going to lift them up and push them down. You're going to turn your thumb in the opposite direction. Breathe in, lift it up, and breathe out, reach over. Try not to lean on the leg though. Lean on it, take your hand, just lean it over there, but try to pull yourself back so you're looking behind. And then we're going to lift up. Bring the hand down to the other side. Thumbs are coming down so it's coming over by your ear. And then you're stretching the hand out and pushing down into the toes, pushing the toes to the floor so that you feel that stretch right the way through the body. So we're going to take it all the way over. We're breathing out and going all the way back over. And breathe in. And let's go all the way over, breathe out. We're going to try one more. Breathing in, breathing out. And we're lifting all the way over, last one. I love this, I feel it's like at the back of my shoulder, feels like it's ripping it out. And then lift, bring your hands down, lift your toes, turn the foot in, bring it back in. Let's try the other side. Hi Alex. So take it out, turn the toes up, push them down, reach the arm up, breathe out, reach over. Keep pulling the body back. Use the hand on the leg to kind of twist you so that you're turning, you'll feel it right from the lower body there. Then we're taking it all the way over. We're bringing the hand down to the floor. We're bringing the hand over by the ear. We're pushing the toes down. So even if the heel lifts up, that's okay because you'll feel that stretch right through the front of the foot, which again is lovely. We're going to lift. We're taking it over the other side. Really stretch that top hand. And here we go again, over. Push the hips up, reach the hands out. Feel the stretch right from the rotor cuff. This is your rotor cuff, you feel moving and stretching. We're going to do one more on each side. And then last one. And lift. Lift the toes, turn them, bring them back in. Okay, so from here we're going to bring ourselves to standing. Bring your hands down, tuck your toes. You're going to get your feet in between your hands and then lift up. Stretch back. And then bring the hands back down to prayer. So we're going to take ourselves into our sun salutation, but we're going to get ourselves first into our standing position. Lifting our legs, getting ourselves into mountain, pull your thighs in, your pelvic floor, your abdominals, shoulders back, hands together in prayer. Or if you wanted, you could take them into lotus flower. I'm keeping it down here because again, my legs are more important rather than your head. Let me see your head. You'll see it in a bit anyway. So from here, we're taking our 5 breaths. Closing our eyes. If we feel wobbly, start at them feet. What do you want? So we're going to breathe in, lifting them arms up and reaching back. As we breathe out, we're taking it down into a forward bend. As we breathe in, we're lifting into a half bend. We're stepping back with our right foot, letting our hips drop down. Keep our hands down if we want. Bring them to our knees or lift. And bring the arms, reach them back. It's whatever feels better for you. Take the hands back down. Step back to down dog. Lift up onto your tiptoes. Feel that stretch through that upper back. And roll forward into plank. Bend the elbows, bring the body down. Lift into Sphinx, Cobra, Up Dog, whatever you prefer. Step back to down dog. Lift the left foot up in the air. Push the heel of the right foot down. Look forward. Pull that knee into the chest. Step it forward. Take the arms to wherever you want to go. Bring the hands down. Step in to a forward bend. Bend the knees. Stretch the arms up as you're breathing in. Breathe out to your forward bend. Breathe in to the half. Breathe out as you step back. Breathe in as you lift up. Breathe out as you step to down dog. Breathe in as you lift to your toes. Breathe out as you come to plank. Breathe in as you lift to up dog. Breathe out as you step to down dog. Breathe in as you lift your leg. Breathe out as you step the foot through. Breathe in to lift up. And breathe out to step forward. Breathe in to lift up. And breathe out to bring the hands back down. Lovely. So, we're going to take it into seaweed sway or ragdoll, whichever one you want to call it. We're going into a forward bend and we're going to move. So I'm not going to tell you how to move. Move any way you want to move. Okay? So you can start off with the knees bent. You can bring yourself down. You can grab hold of your hands here. You can let your hands go. It's completely up to you. But from there, you're going to sway. If you want, you can try straightening one leg and then the other. Now remember, this is an inversion. So make sure that when you're coming out of it, we're going to take our time. You're going to see how you feel. Especially if you're having nosebleeds or headaches, you always make sure that you feel okay. Again, if you've got blood pressure problems, high or low, you must always take your time. So we're going to let our arms go and let them drop to the floor. We're bending our knees and we're looking forward, pulling our shoulders back. Now we're going to use our bum muscles to lift us up. And then we're just going to push our hips forward and give ourselves a little stretch through the back. But we're going down again. So we're bending the knees. We're bringing ourselves down. Hands can be here, hands can be wherever you want. And then just pretend you're a ragdoll. We always make sure that we come back to our centre. We bend the knees. We look up. Make sure that everything feels okay in the head. And then use your bump. Lift yourself up. Give yourself a little stretch back. And bring yourself back to straight. So we're going to take it into warrior, but we're going to do it with expansive breath. So it's going to start with our feet first. I'll move it up when we're doing our hands in a second. So you're taking your feet as wide as you feel possible, as comfortable. Now, we're going to check that the feet's in the right place before we move. So we're turning out our one foot, so we're turning it out to the side. But we're trying not to bring this hip round. We want to keep it backwards, want to keep it nice and straight. We don't want the feet to roll in. We need to be pushing down through the outside edge of the foot. And then we also don't want our knees locked. We want to have a slight little bend in the knees so that they can move. But we want to engage all the thigh muscles. So we're lifting our toes and engaging the thigh muscles, and again everything we do when we're standing. We're going to imagine that we're squeezing our legs together so that we feel that muscle move. And then from here we're just going to bend the knee and make sure that the knee is not going over the edge of the foot. If it is, we can move it forward or we move it backwards. And we also, again, when we bend the leg, we don't want to let that back foot roll in. We want it staying down. We want that knee pushing back but not locking. And then we can push it back to here. So with our hands, I'm going to spin the mirror, the thing up a moment. The mirror, the camera. So with that, we're having our feet back in our position, having our foot turned out. We're taking our arms out. So we're taking our arms up to start while our legs straight. Now, as we breathe out, we're bending the knee and we're taking the arms down and stretching the arms out to the side. As we breathe out, we're pushing up. I'm doing it the wrong way. We're breathing in, we're stretching up and stretching the ribs out. As we breathe out, we're going down. We're breathing in, we're lifting, reaching the arms up, stretching up. As we're breathing out, we're relaxing down. Let's do 3 more. Close your eyes, think about the ribs. Breathing in, we're stretching up. Breathing out as if we're pushing all the air out of the lungs. Breathing in, bringing it up. And then breathe out, bring the arms down. We're going to take our leg in. So we're moving our foot in. And we're taking our foot out on the other side. We're keeping them hips down. We're engaging them leg muscles, tighten everything up. We're taking the hands out, palms facing up, have the arms up. Breathe in. We're going to breathe out, bend the knee. Breathe in, lift it back up. That's 2. And then from here we're keeping the legs straight, we're bringing the arms down. Lift the foot, turn it in. Give your shoulders a little shake. Where am I going from here? Okay. So we're going to take ourselves, we're going to from here jump our feet in, so that we're bringing them together. And then we're taking ourselves down onto the floor. So bring yourself down onto the floor. Let me just change the camera back down. So, taking ourselves onto the floor. We're bringing ourselves into elbow stand, elbow plank on the side. Now you can keep your knee down or lift it up, it's up to you. I'm keeping my knee down, because I just can't, I'm too hot. So you're bringing your elbow underneath. You can have a fist or you can have the hand flat. It's completely up to you. But it needs to be, the elbow needs to be underneath the shoulder. Can't be out there. Can't be all the way under here. Has to be underneath the shoulder. I'm keeping the bottom leg bent, and I'm going to turn the top foot so that my foot is pointing down to the floor. From here, I'm lifting my bum off the floor. Sorry, I'm turning my foot down so it's pointing forward. Lift the arm up and see if you can lift the arm over your head. Hold it here. Keep pushing them hips up in the air. And then we're going to take the hips down, bring the arm down. So let's try the other side. So again, the leg underneath, keep that bent, elbow underneath your shoulder, hand any way you prefer. Toes pointing forward. Lift the bum, lift the arm either up in line with the shoulder or over the head. Keep pushing the hips towards the ceiling. And then bringing it down. Let's try the other side. So again, keeping that knee down, elbow down, foot facing forward, lift it up, reach the arm to wherever you can go. Now see if you can lift the foot, the leg, straight leg on the top, lift that off the floor. Pushing the heel away, think about making a nice straight line through the top of the body. And then bring it down. When you've got somebody stepping over your foot, even better. Going to the fridge to get something out. So, again, having that knee underneath. Lift the bum, lift the arm if you want, and then lift the top foot if you want. If you don't want to, you don't have to. And then bring it down. And with this you'll feel it right into the hips. So we're going to go into dolphin, but we're going to do a dolphin push back and forward. So moving backwards and forwards with dolphin. So you're bringing yourself onto your elbows. Now if you find that your elbows slide apart, you could always use a block. And then if you have the block sort of like this, so that your hands are like that, and they're either side of the block, or you're holding the block really tight, that helps as well to keep the elbows in line. It also, if you need to, if you still find them sliding apart, you can always tie them. Get some rope and tie them in so that they stay in one position. So, from here, bringing your knees in as close as you can. You're going to tuck your toes and lift your bum into dolphin. You're pushing yourself back, and then you're coming forward so that your head's coming over the top of your hands, and you're pushing back. You're breathing out, you're breathing in. And then we're going to bring our knees down. We're going to do that one more time. So again, if you notice that your elbows started going, haven't got my band. Like I said, always you can start and hold them together in that position. So it's up to you. We're going to do 10 more. So here we go. Lift up, push back, breathe out, come forward. And again, bring them knees down, reach back to child, turn apart your hands, let your head relax down, let your shoulders fall in. And then bring it back up. So from here we're going to do our neck strengtheners. Sit yourself down, any position will do. So it's the same sort of movement, forward, backward, side, side, twist, twist. Yeah, forward, backward, side, side, twist, twist. But we're going to stop it with our hands. So it's always the soft part of your palm is against the hard part of your head. Use the eye muscles, so when you're going forward, look down. When you're going back, look up. When you're going sideways, look down to the floor. When you're turning, try and look through your arm. So here we go. Rest in the head, breathe out, pushing against, using the eyes. And relax. So let's take it backwards. and relax. Let's take it over to the side. And relax, and let's take it to the other side. So palms up, push the head. And relax. We're going to turn and look over the shoulder. We're turning the hands backwards. We're looking through the arm. And relax. And the other side. And relax. Okay, so we're going into half headstand, so our feet will still be on the floor. Now, blood pressure, high or low, whether haven't got it or have, it will headstand, even half headstand, will raise your blood pressure. So Sati, because you've been having nosebleeds, be very wary of doing this. If it was sort of like the last time you had a nosebleed was 48 hours ago, then maybe you'd be okay. But 24 hours, I'd be a bit, give your body a little bit longer than that. If you have had a tooth pulled, if you have had an eye injury, so you've poked yourself in the eye and you've got a bit of bloodshot eye, or you've had cataract removed, anything like that, if you've had unexplained headaches, or if you know that you've been on a computer and it's all tension, then that's probably why. The same thing with glasses, if you might need your glasses fixed. So half headstand gives your body a kind of a chance to see how you feel. So take your time, always go back into child and listen to your body, come out of it lightly. If you feel you can't do it, it doesn't feel right, you can go into legs up in the air and you can bring them down, you can have them by a wall, you can pull one towards you, take it out to the side, bring them down. So you can do any of these as an alternative to going upside down. Okay? So, now we're going to take ourselves if we feel ready. You can have your hands either in this position, so that you're making a triangle with your hands, and then you're placing your head right into the back. Or you can have your hands here, so that your hands and your head make a triangle. Anything's up to you. If you feel you need a bit more padding, put a bit more padding under your head as well. So I'm going to start with that one. I'm taking my head, placing it in the middle, so it's the top of my head, not the front of my head and not the back of my head. And from there we're doing the same thing we did when we did dolphin. You're lifting onto your knees up, and then you're walking your feet in, and you're just going to stay here. You can push forward with your toes, you can try and walk in a little bit more, but you're going to stay here for about 5 breaths. Now if you find that you're pushing into your head too much, push into your elbows and imagine trying to lift your head off the floor, but it won't go anywhere, but you're just trying to get a bit more of the elbows doing the work. And now we're going to bring our knees down. We're going to keep our head on the floor. We're going to roll back, but we're keeping that head down. Even if the bum doesn't go anywhere near our thigh, doesn't matter. Let the head relax down. You'll feel that stretch as soon as you do through the neck and through the upper part of the spine. Let your shoulders roll in so the shoulder blades open up. Then we're going to bring our hands underneath our shoulders while our head's still down. We're tucking our chin right in by our chest. We're bringing our bum down onto our heels, and then we're gently bringing our head back up. And now we're going to have a think. How do I feel? Do I feel okay? I've lost Sati. Oh, you're doing your legs up in the air. Yeah. So it's just about making sure that when you come out of it, you feel okay. So the next bit is about pulling the feet in. Now again, if you're doing the legs up in the air, just do the legs up in the air. You're not going into a headstand. If you are, always make sure that you've got a wall by you before you try to even think about going up, just in case you go over. I'm going to do it with my hands down this time. So again, it's still that push. You're coming up, you're walking in, then you're bending the knee in, so the knee's in by your stomach. It's not up here, it's in here. You're bringing it down, you're bending the other foot in. You're pushing with them hands at the same time. So it's not just the hand there, they're doing the pushing, you're just pulling the leg in. You're squeezing it into the stomach. And then when you're ready, back to your knees, keeping the head on the floor, rolling back, letting the body relax. And then tucking the chin in, rolling up. So we're just going to relax the neck out by doing rabbits, but we're going to do a circle. So again, this is the head down. So again, maybe Sati's not that great for you. If you're doing the legs up, just pull the legs into you, round. But for our heads, we're doing rabbit. Now with this, you're going to move the head. So I'll do it this kind of way. Your hands are down and you're letting your head roll round in a circle. You can kind of go over to one side, you can roll over to the other side. You can take the head right over and feel the stretch down the back. You can come right to the front of the neck. Go all the way in a circle, anything that feels nice. But there's no weight because the knees are down, the hands are taking the weight. It just might be nice to roll it . And if you wanted to go all the way to your face, and it's just about acupressure on the face, on the neck and the chin. And then from there we're rolling back to child, taking the arms behind and rolling up. Lovely. So, that should be quite nice on the face and the head when you're doing that. It gives the whole face a nice little exercise, a little stretch as well. So we're going to lay ourselves down into our corpse position. We're doing a full breath, and again, your legs can be straight in total corpse, or you can bend them and bring the knees together, whichever is easier for you. You can place your hands on your chest, or you can take your hands to the side. You can give yourself a hug. Anything, but I want you to feel the breath, feel the body. So the 3 chambers, but the back, the sides, the front, everywhere around the body. Then I want you to also to think about the meditation that we did on Friday, which is the life is short. So I want you to imagine that you've been told you've got nothing longer than 2 years left. Sounds a bit morbid, but it's quite nice to kind of think, who are the people in your life that you would tell that you love? Now it may seem a bit weird. Oh, they'll feel I'm a bit weird if I say I love them. But just telling someone, you know what, I'm glad to have you in my life. If anything was to happen to me, I'd like you to know that you are very special to me. Even our parents, our children, our loved ones, how many times do we actually tell them? Because we just think, oh well, they know. Well, do they? And sometimes when things happen, when people go, especially if it's sudden, then thoughts come into the people that are left behind. Did they love us? Sometimes it's just nice to hear. But then there's also, who are the people we would get rid of? Who are the people that we never hear from? Who are the people that bring nothing to our life? Apart from stress mostly. I'm not saying you have to get rid of them, but it's just, what would you do different? Would you stay in the same job? If you could have any job in the world, what would it be? If you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go? What is the thing that you've always wanted to do? Even if it's something mad like climb Mount Everest. Mad to me, but it could be your dream come true. You don't have to tell anyone, so it can be as mad as you want. Would you still be the same person if you only had 2 years left to live? How does that feeling make you feel? The idea of only having 2 years left to live. Does that scare you? Make you feel anxious. There's nothing wrong with feeling this. It's good to actually know what that feels like. Because at the moment these are all just thoughts in your head. They're not real. They're just thoughts. But it's good to see how that thought can make your body react. is it make you tense your